Hey, everybody. Hey, we're live, India. We're live.
All right.
So welcome to the new moon in Capricorn. It is, I don't know if you're feeling it, but I spent all my day like doing taxes and things like that. That's the right energy for it,
It's
right?
very Capricorn-y.
It's Capricorn-y stuff, right? My hair's a little mess.
Yeah.
It's about being disciplined and dedicated and all y'all having some bold boss energy around what you're doing. And we've talked a lot in the past. I have a little thing, a little video. I'll have to put this up again, India, but it's like manifesting with the moon. So all the new moons, and when you're in a new moon, what does that mean? The new moon is about bringing new things into your life and manifesting them. So on the new moon here in Capricorn, 15 degrees Capricorn, it is a perfect time, early in January, to set goals, okay? It is a very strong time, very powerful time for goal setting, okay? This day, and into tomorrow, because there is a partial solar eclipse tomorrow, okay? So when that happens right around the new moon, super duper powerful energy, even more Capricornian, if that's such a thing, right?
It's very like rubber hits the road, right? It's like all this stuff we've been manifesting, just like coming, traction happening. I mean, it's all coming together. Yes.
Absolutely. And it is a powerful time for you to start something. So if you have been in that place of, especially a business, especially like taking your hobby and turning it into a business or something along those lines. I mean, Indy, I didn't tell you this, but we're gonna, in 2019, there's gonna start on the website, the Soulful Revolution TV website, we're gonna start putting merchandise and stuff like that on there. You know, like we do the t-shirts all the time. I have a t-shirt for you for our retreat when we're doing a little private like retreat, with the little circle of the people I go to, the visionaries I work with, which India is included in that. So we're doing that in January. So I have a t-shirt for you. Yeah. I better get a smaller size because you look tiny every time I see you. Tiny. So we'll do that, but it'll be fun. We'll have a great time. And so especially you Capricorns and you Aries out there, because this is about Mars, okay? And Mars is about action, taking action. And so you're going to feel this energy of the new moon and into the solar eclipse stronger than maybe the rest of us are. But it is something big. And when it comes to twin flame, which is what we're going to move into now, I'll let India talk a little bit if you want to, India, about some things here. But we're both going to do readings. And at the end, I'm going to do a little, sort of recommendation for each of the signs. I'll pull a couple cards for each of the signs. So you can, that's a little new addition that we haven't done before. So do you want to add something about twin flame journey right now when we're talking about the Capricorn new moon?
That would be wonderful. Thank you. So one thing that I've been getting very consistently for, the beginning of the new year, a little bit before, is that 2018 was so much about the spiritual healing aspect, the heart healing aspect of things. With the twin flame, it was all about what to heal, what were we being shown to heal. And that was really all about carving out room in the heart so that we can move into this year living from the heart and really letting the heart lead us, thinking from the heart, not from the head. And so that's why we had to just, when you look back on this past year, this 2018, there was so much that you were doing around healing, around cleansing, around getting all the old pain out of there, around understanding it, looking under the fears. And so now that you've done that, and I know everyone watching this has, done that for the most part, it's now your heart is open, there's more capacity, and you've connected with your spirit guidance in such a strong way that you're now this open channel. And now the key is moving forward from that heart space. And the biggest thing I'm being shown for this year, especially here in January, and especially around this new moon, is really, really now mastering the mind, turning down the mind and making the mind to follow the soul as the mind's master. Before, we were the mind to be the master, we were following all around, and that's why we had to be mirrored those things to see and release. Now it's so much about turning down the mind, kind of giving it like a retirement party. It might help.
I like it. Yes.
a lot of the readings, the spirit guidance is, have sort of a meditation that's a retirement party. Tell the mind, what a great job it's done. Thank you for leading me to this point in life. You've done fabulous, ego. And now, yay, you can retire, you can relax, you can follow the soul, and just sort of, it's going to be easy, mind. It's great. And now what the real work is going to be, that Spirit's showing us, the work is to discipline the mind. So anytime you feel those old negative thoughts come up, anytime you feel those old limitations, those old, things that would pull you back, those old things that say, oh, I can't have love, or I can't, anything that's going to block you, you bring awareness to that, and you just move back into that heart space. And with every single thought. So, and it's important not to get self-punishing about it, or be like, oh no, negative thought, I have to replace it with a positive one. Just bring awareness around it. Say, thank you for, what are you showing me here with this thought? And then just move into a more, allow yourself to be lifted up out of that into a higher vibration with whatever feels good, with whatever thought feels good, whatever alignment feels good, and doing what feels good to you in your heart, showing yourself love. And that is going to propel you forward, allowing your heart, they're showing me, to be kind of a motor that's pulling you forward. And just picture that with your heart leading you, your mind just kind of following. Your body's going to feel better because your body's getting all that good energy. So it's really going to give you a lot of momentum. The biggest key is just quieting the mind.
And can I say, I want to add one thing to what you said. When I was just at the Monroe Institute, which, by the way, I highly recommend. It's in Charlottesville, Virginia. It is fabulous. And one of the things we did there was, it was a heart space meditation. And that was so cool to me, because it wasn't solely, it was like, I did feel, when I had my heart chakra awakening, that was in the fall of 2017, it was like a tractor beam. It felt like, it just felt like the light coming out of it. What I learned in this meditation was also to sort of sit forward into the space of compassion. So, there's this love space, and then there's this compassion space, which is like the highest form of love, which is, sort of put this inner tube of compassion around you. Okay. So like when you come across people who, like, okay, first of all, maybe they don't get the whole twin flame thing, they don't get you or whatever. You're just like in this place of compassion, like whatever. Okay. And the twin, your twin, or, whatever they're choosing to do or not do or whatever, being in that space of compassion. So when you're in a space of love, there is a little bit of, depending on the what you're putting out there can be resistance to, like, oh, I want this love. I really want this love to come toward me. And so that becomes resistance. But when you sit in that place of meditative compassion, there's no resistance, none. And I was like, wow, that was a really cool learning thing for me. And it helped me to have compassion for the twin energy who's struggling in his own, stuff. And, oh, why isn't this happening? Or why haven't I healed this? Or for yourself too, put yourself in the space of compassion. So that's go ahead.
That is so beautiful. And just to add one more thing onto that, it having to do with the twin, right now, the heavy guidance we're being given is, regardless of who you feel connected to as your twin, regardless of what state you're in with that person, even if you're with them in the physical, it just doesn't matter. Whoever you feel so connected to, this is going to be the crucial key time to really release the attachment to that connection, not releasing, the oh, I would like to be with this person or whatever, but just releasing the attachment to the connection. And what I was given today through a personal reading that was so beautiful was actually offer that connection up to the divine as sort of the ultimate sacrifice and show of faith, where you're saying, you know what, thank you for connecting me to this person. Thank you for everything that this has led me to. Thank you that most of all, it's led me closer to you, God. And now I offer it to you as a sacrifice and a show of faith, that now I'm moving forward into more love, however you're bringing that in. Thank you that you're bringing me more love now, and I offer this to you. I release it, and I trust that you're bringing even more love in the form of this person or someone else in ways I can't even imagine. And that image of just offering it to the divine as a sacrifice feels so much more beautiful than just saying, release it, let it go.
Yeah. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. It is like, I think it is going to be for a lot of us, and I'm going to just, include myself in on this, is relearning how we're doing relationship. Because if everything is changing, everything is changing, okay? It's not if everything is changing. And so how you're looking at relationship is also changing. And I had a really very physical experience of this when, doing the meditations at this place. It was so incredible. And then they're like, okay, now go out and walk around. It was beautiful, right in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, right? And go ahead and walk around and just see what you see, right? Just see what shows up. And I walked outside, and it was kind of, it was like in the 40s, wasn't that bad, or low 50s. And so I wasn't like focused on how cold I was or anything. And I looked up in the sky, and there was like this turkey vulture, who was doing his thing. And it was him, and he was just like that. And then all of a sudden there was two. And all of a sudden there was two. And they weren't, like this. They weren't, like this. It was just like this very sort of, you do your thing, I do my thing. There's freedom here. And I was just like, wow, it's sort of how you're looking at relationship. I'm getting total chills on that one.
Yeah, me too. And such a synchronicity, because you just said how important it is to release the old version of relationship, and those vultures would be, that transition to death. And it's like releasing completely that old so that you can move into the freedom of the new yes, that's so.
It was so beautiful. It was like interdependent, but not codependent. Yeah. There was this freedom. They each did, she went her way and then came back, and then she went her way and then he came back. And it was, to me, that was sort of a physical representation of how I've been experiencing things, and how I saw my own resistance to this idea that things are going to be experienced very differently. And so allow, and don't wrap your mind in the, well, in 1987, this is how it used to work, right? We dated for 3 years, and then I got a ring, and then, right? Like there's this whole old paradigm about how things used to work. And we are coming into the age of a new paradigm of how things are working differently, because we are in higher vibration, right? We are in that, just as a society, we're in higher vibration, and the ones who aren't are sort of falling away and going away. And to bring it back just a little bit on a full circle here, to bring it back to the new moon in Capricorn, that really is about, like, it's kind of like oxymoronic. It's like the hard work of release, right? It's the dedication and the, the whole old school stuff, shoulder to the wheel and nose to the grindstone. But it's really not that. It's really the opposite of that. It's really like being disciplined about letting go.
Yes. Oh, that's beautifully put. Yes, that is the discipline. And that is the hard work now, is how much can you turn over? How much can you trust? And how much can you allow the divine to come through you and work through you? And, you just sort of sit back and go with that, the flow. Just like
444, India.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, that's a beautiful message. Thank you.
Yes, it was. Thank you, India. I'm going to do a little bit of, I just saw Capricorn devil energy here. I'm going to do just a little reading here. Then I'm going to turn it over to you to do your beautiful stuff. And like I said, at the end, I'll pull cards for each individual zodiac, just to give you some, guidance or whatever on what is going on for you in your path right now. So let's see here. Just the twin energy, general energy. Please bring me messages for those watching. If you're watching, there will be a message in here and or in India's reading today. It doesn't have to be about today. There's no time limit on this, okay? So whenever you're seeing this, okay. So let me see here. That Page of Cups coming up as a new offering. That's so beautiful. That is just very freeing. I mean, the energy we were kind of just talking about, like being free of the trappings of what it's supposed to be or what it should be, even in light of that Capricorn energy. So let's see here. I'm going to do a couple cards here, and then I will share. I will share with you. Okay. So the first three is for you guys. Okay. For you guys. Really moving. This is kind of beautiful. 6 of Swords, 3 of Wands, Moon. Really moving intentionally. Okay, this is intentional movement based on feelings. I like the moon. We're talking about a new moon, which you don't see in the sky. There's a full moon here. So as we're moving toward the new moon, which is when the manifestation, you know, sort of opens up, standing in that space of Three of Wands, you know, you've planted your seeds, you're moving forward, you've really come to the depths of feeling, moving across those feelings in order to do exactly what India was talking about, which is really sort of offering, making an offering, I guess is what I'm getting here a little bit. Making an offering and not allowing, this is kind of cool here because you're not allowing the moon, you know, usually the moon is kind of like, ooh, one of those scary cards, right? But in this instance, I really don't feel that way. I feel like it's a following the moon, you're following your light. And in the new moon, since there is, well, there's a partial eclipse tomorrow, so you can partially see it, but it is dark, tends to be dark, right, in the new moons. So what you're doing here is shining your own light so you can see in this journey here. And you can see, and this is bright light, right? You're in bright light. So there's no fear around that dark. There's no dark night of the soul here. There's no fear around that. The cool thing here with the masculine is it's very similar because there's moon energy here too, the Cancerian energy, overcoming Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, sort of overcoming this breadcrumbing BS that we've, you know, all talked about, overcoming that, overcoming the need to be man up, man down, winning, you know, I win, you lose, winners and losers. No, we're overcoming this. And moving forward in this Cancerian space, the interesting part of that card always to me is that it's very masculine, but it's an extremely feminine, Cancer, Piscean, watery kind of energy. So it is about being directed in that way. They are no longer in that space of having to beg or having anybody beg, right? Look at the man up, man down in those first two cards, all three cards actually. Man up, man down, look at that. There's about it overcoming this idea of I got one over on you or anything like that. They're overcoming these very 3D limited kind of visions or kind of experiences, right? And that's why this new start is occurring. So I like this a lot. World, King of Swords, Nine of Wands. Ending of a cycle. Ending of this cycle where, like I just said, the man up, man down thing, right? And actually in this Six of Swords too, there's a, you know, the man who is guiding the boat. They both benefit though. You see what I mean? There's benefit to both people in this, to both souls. There's some benefit. And I think they're getting this feeling of, you know, like when there's a scarcity mentality is, if I get a piece of pie, that means there's one less piece of pie for you. In the expansive mentality is make more pie. There's plenty of pie for everybody. You can have as much pie as you want. So when you move away from that scarcity mentality, that lack mentality, then there's no more winners and losers. Now we're talking about expansive, right? Now we're talking about this energy of expansion. And I like that King of Swords there because he is sort of like, I can envision him just taking that sword and sort of all of these old constructs, all of these old things that have built up, like calcifications, right? All of these old things, just no longer being he's no longer in jail, right? He's just literally like hacking down all of those things and moving to a new space, moving into a new cycle. So that is what's going on right here. I usually use, let's see here, about within the month, because of that moon card, so much moon energy. This feels like within the month. Let's see here, I'm getting, oh, faster. Okay, faster. So within weeks, right? Within the next couple of weeks, there is going to be new, fresh offerings. Page of Wands, Page of Cups, passion and love balanced. I think I forget which reading I did today. I think I did the singles reading today, and it talked about the balance of something new and fresh versus something that's immature. Okay, and this doesn't feel immature to me. This feels like, because we have this hacking down of the old stuff, okay, this feels like what takes its place is real and genuine, and there's no grown-up games of this man up, man down stuff. That's all construct that happens to you when you grow up, right? And Breakfast Club, right? When you grow up, your heart dies, right? So all this stuff that happens to men and women, human beings, when they grow up and the world shapes them. This is about the spiritual connection coming back in and being so much more powerful. And it's coming back in fast, my friends. So India, do you want to add to that before I do anything else?
Oh, that is beautiful. That's just, yeah, I love that.
You got it? Okay, good.
I love what you're saying about the abundance and there always being more. And yes.
Total abundance, total abundance. I also want India. Yes, I got the Ace of Swords. Yes, total abundance. Be prepared, India, to tell people how to find you, because I always get that everybody's like, where do I find India? So I want to make sure we give them the info. Okay, so let's talk about blocks here that need to be overcome in order for this. This feels like two independent people doing their own stuff. This feels, but now coming out the other side as fresh. Yes, absolutely. Look at this. Transformation into a new light. I have been getting this freaking Ace of Pentacles in almost every reading. And it's happening in the mid part of January, I want to say, between the 5th and the 15th, somewhere in there. Today's the 5th, so 10 days. Big transformation. And allowing this big transformation to happen. Right, another page. Wow, another page. And it's also the Page of Pentacles. So there can be some spending of time, right? There can be some, because to me, Pentacles is very grounded in terms of giving of love. So there can be, okay, well, how about we go away? Or how about we have a date? Or how about there's some kind of spending of time? There's an offering here. There's an offering here, a very fresh, new one. So be careful. You might want to be like, act like the King of Swords and sort of hack it down. If this person has been not speaking to you or you have not been speaking to them, just be mindful of your energy. Take care of your energy and be in that space of compassion. It doesn't mean you're a doormat. I just want to put the little asterisk there. That doesn't mean you're a doormat. Have boundaries, but you know, acting in this way may sort of clobber this poor little guy who's going through their own sort of transformation here, and just realize that on a spiritual level that they're doing a lot of work too that they might not even understand. You guys who are watching understand, okay? I'm getting a lot of swords here. So actions to be taken here, right? Libra, 8 of Cups. Wow, really going toward that Ace of Cups. Really deciding, making a decision. That's this as well, right? King of Swords is really making decisions to move away from anything that was really baggage or not helpful, you know, stuff that you're holding on to. And it can be, you know, has a lot of water under the bridge in some of these relationships. And so we have to really, like India said, release the attachment to the individual person, release the things that have been done, okay, in the past, right? Any kind of man up, man down stuff. I did this, so I got one over on you, or any kind of schoolyard stuff like that. It's really time to release all of that stuff and be in balance of what is worthy of your love, and just be in that space. I don't think you need to react. I think it's best to respond. Okay, so what that means is you're taking your time, you're still speaking truth, you're taking your time, you're sort of moving into that space of compassion for yourself too, you know? And let me get some messages to you from the divine partner, the divine energy, I'm gonna call it, okay? Because it can be, right? Whoever. So divine energy messages to you here. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, nurturing. Feeling very nurtured. Feeling that is really the energy that they're moving toward. It's not a babying, it's not a mothering thing, but it is a nurturing thing. Both of you feeling, yeah, having stuff in the past that really felt not good. They have just gone through some kind of major betrayals. There's a train. Do you hear a train? I heard a train. They're done with the mothering thing. There's something here about mothering to me. Okay. And Hierophant, really redefining, I think, what this relationship is going to look like. Okay. Really redefining, taking those 10 swords out one by one and being like, nope, that's not going to happen for both of you. Okay. I think this is a genuine, hey, let's really talk about how we're shaping this relationship. Okay. Whoopsie, come back here. You. Yep. Totally. This person, if you're not talking to them, this could be, you know, just some heartbreak over that in a very 3D kind of way. But the bigger sense is looking for this really nurturing kind of grounded earth energy here. We've got a lot of pentacles in this reading here. Very grounded earth energy and moving towards something brand new, right? Allowing the transformation, allowing the swords to sort of fall out of this. And swords are thoughts. So it's not just like having pain or having being, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Getting blown off by people or doing things that hurt each other or anything like that. What I feel this is it's also like the fear of that happening again, the fear of things coming around again.
And that's what we were talking about with that energy that the divine is saying. We really have to get tough with our minds. That's saying like,
yes,
we really have to release being in vibration with that old pain and shift into being lifted out of that by the heart, where the heart goes.
100% India. So a couple cards on where this is going. Where this is going. I feel like there's going to be some truth spoken within the next, like I said, 10 days. Some truth coming through. It could come fast. It could be not really well spoken. I mean, like, whoa, like they're going to be like, there's going to be some truth spoken. It's going to be like, okay, well, we haven't talked in a while, so I don't want to look like a jerk. But I also want to make sure, yeah, okay. So a lot of kings here. So this person, oh dear, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Come here. All right. So this is about the universe allowing this energy, the Capricorn energy of the groundedness, right? That's what we're in, this earth energy. A lot. That's, oh, of course, that's why we're getting all the earth energy here. You wait to see how this flows out. Moving forward, again, what I'm going to say to you is this person may not be good at communicating well. So sitting in compassion for yourself and for this person, allowing them to get it out, allowing them to say what they need to say, okay? There is a way of working together, okay? This is about shifting your ideas about, or shifting your way of, I'm going to just, you know, talk to the hand versus like, come on in and just join. There's a medium thing in there that is about like, well, let's see where we are, you know, like, let's allow it. Let's sort of do the work of this coming out as King of Pentacles. There's a lot of work to be done here. Okay. This is about getting it grounded, getting it real. Okay. We've got all this King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles stuff. Wow. So this is about a person who can go the distance. That is about somebody who can then make a relationship real, a real commitment. And don't lose sight of this. They have some real fear, real mind constructs that refuse certain, I'm never going to have a commitment again. I'm never going to get married again. I'm never going to do this again. That's a strident, that's a 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords way of protection, right? It's about protection. They need protection and nurturing. And so that's how they see it. But it's like too much. It's too big. It doesn't need to be like that when we're talking about twins. We need to understand that there is all kinds of stuff that happens in this twin journey. and allowing us to get higher in vibration and move up to the next level of learning also, not just of receiving, but of giving, and how that's going to look in this next higher vibration. Okay. So one more thing before I give you to India, and she will add her awesomeness here. I'm going to get you some, let's do a little bit of guidance. I really like, by the way, this is the final card. I really like this because you remember where we started with the pages? Okay. Now we got kings. Now we got kings. So this is about your maturing, right? Your ability to balance, feelings with legit thoughts and ideas, communication, knowing this is a new path being offered to you, and hearing the universe and being like, okay, all right, I'm strong. I'm stronger in myself now because I have done this work. So this is a new level. This is a new me. You're not really dealing with the old you. So
I love, Mary Jo, that the King of Pentacles came out there and your beautiful interpretation of it, because a couple of months ago, I got a message that when the divine sees the King of Pentacles, that will mean that, I'm sorry, I meant the divine feminine. When the divine feminine sees the King of Pentacles, for her, that will mean the divine feminine has arrived and is ready. And so seeing, and I've seen it come out in so many divine feminine readings, and to see it come out in your reading, it's just like so much confirmation. Yes, we're ready for this next part. You know, we've done it. It's beautiful.
I couldn't agree more. To me, that came out a couple times for me today doing private readings too. And I was like, wow, that seems big. Yeah. So this is sort of like, you know, freeing yourself. This is pay attention to the red flags. This could be the one. Free yourself. Freeing yourself from old ways of thinking, right? Really putting that down, detaching from, you know, this could be the one. This could be the energy, right? Detaching from a specific person. This could be the one. That feeling of, oh, it's the one. That's resistance. So being in that space of knowing that you're attractor being, you're just attracting the right person in that high vibration, and paying attention to the red flags. I got to tell you, that has been a big thing for me in my life, which has been about like, oh, that's not really a big deal. You know, and I can't tell you how many times I have done that. And I think what this is saying to me is that it's not that you ignore those red flags. It's that you say, and India, you're way better at this than me, but I remember hearing you say this, and I've heard other people say this too in a different way, that when things come at you, when you're having this relationship, you're getting triggered by things, speaking the truth for yourself, saying, you know what, this interaction just really triggered me, and I want to explain to you how I feel about this. It's all about your own feelings. It's learning. I don't know if it's nonviolent communication. I'm not really sure what the system is.
Being vulnerable and being vulnerable to yourself, because when there are truths that we're not speaking, we're really brutalizing ourselves. We're taking ourselves and gagging ourselves and throwing ourselves in the closet, at least a certain part of ourselves, and certainly the inner child part of ourselves. So it's really saying, you know what, inner child, true self, I'm going to represent you. I'm going to speak your truth. I'm here with you in it, no matter what this other person does. So it's just being fully vulnerable to yourself, for yourself in the communication. And that's going to be reflected to you in some way or another.
Amen, amen, amen. So Miss India, the podium is yours. Podium, whatever.
Thank you. I'm on the floor, but yeah.
The floor, how about that?
Thank you. And thank you for inviting me to connect with everyone and having me here again. And you can find me at India Lee on YouTube. It's Leigh, and also indialee.com, India Leigh. So thank you for that. And I'm always honored to be on here with you, Mary Jo, and just add whatever spirit allows me to.
And we will put her links and stuff in the description box when we're done.
Thank you so much. So, and I just love connecting with everyone here, and it's amazing. So the community that, you know, that has been assembled through Mary Jo is just amazing. So first, I'm just pulling one card. Oh, this makes sense. This is for all of us. And then we're going to go into a couple of blocks, since there was a lot of sword energy coming out there. And since we have talked a lot about that mental piece, what comes out is the Two of Pentacles. So what this is saying is we are in a place of decision and of really needing to focus on where we want to go and then do it in the real world. It's like we were saying in the beginning, it's real time. It's rubber meets the road time. It's really time to stop kind of juggling around, and it's time to really make a commitment in that direction of your soul, not follow that mind and its limitations anymore. And so it's about really getting clear about where you want to go. So now we're going to ask, what is the fear block that we're facing? What is the fear block we're being guided to release? The cards are kind of going a little nutty. Okay, so the fear block. Oh, wow, this makes total sense. It's a fear of the real world stuff. I mean, that makes sense, right? If we're afraid to move in the real world, that's because we're afraid of how real it really is. So what we've been saying is, yeah, we've been doing all this spiritual work. We've been aligning, we've been manifesting, but now it's getting real, and it's getting a little too real. So now we're like a deer in headlights, right? This is like,
Right.
Well, maybe if I just don't move, it won't get me, So it's a fear of the realness of the base chakra. That's where it is. So let's just ask for guidance around shifting this fear. And if everyone watching just sort of brings some awareness to that fear, where are you afraid? Where are you blocking this progress in the real world? And so the guidance around shifting that is, guess what? This deck has tons of cards. Only 7 of them are chakras. We got that as our block, and we have this as our guidance, the crown chakra.
Wow.
So the block to moving past being afraid of this being real in the real world is to follow the guidance, to follow the spirit guidance that's coming in. Don't listen to the mind about what you're afraid of and what the work, the logistics. How is this going to work? How am I going to do this? You only listen to your guidance. And that is where everything, the divine, that's more of the turning over we talked about, allowing the divine to take care of those logistical details. Your whole job is to just be in alignment, which I'm sure a card will come out for as well. But what is more guidance around shifting this? Yep, be in alignment with your heart. Move in the direction of your truth. This is the Ace of Swords. This is moving in the direction of that truth, allowing that heart to lead you, having that clarity of what you know to be true, what you believe, and following it, like he's reaching in the direction of his heart here. And, he's got one hand over it. So it's like, not blocking the heart, but allowing that flow to happen. So following the divine guidance, following the heart. What else is there around shifting?
That's like the Queen of Swords in the deck where she has her hand open.
Yeah. Right? Yes. Oh, and then this is more guidance coming together. Look, that goes perfectly with your reading. That is the key to coming together, is follow your divine guidance. Do not worry. And like Mary Jo said, don't not worry in an irresponsible way about the real world stuff. It's real, but keep turning it over, keep surrendering, knowing that it's being handled. That justice card you got in your spread as well, I always get that as the divine's taking care of it. Allow it to be taken care of. Allow things to be balanced out. That's what's happening. And this is where we're being brought. Because you've come into union within yourself, because you've come into that balance within yourself, this is very much coming into your physical reality. You are coming together with that physical reflection of that love. It's absolutely happening. But what do we need to release? We need to release, surrender to complete healing. So this is surrender that you're always going to be bringing more and more awareness to those, like Mary Jo was talking about, the triggers. Yes, as you're moving into this, as you're following your heart, you're going to continue to run up against, well, I'm afraid of this. Well, what if this happens? Speak it. Speak it, even if you're only speaking it to yourself and the divine. Even if you're only, you're encountering that fear and you're like, okay, this really scares me. Just say it. Even if you're just praying and saying it, meditating and saying it, or say it to someone you can trust in that unconditionally loves you in whatever way. Say it to that partner, even if you're afraid, because that is going to be the key to more and more wholeness, more and more of that love being allowed in, and more expansion. And it'll go way beyond the relationship part. It will manifest in your soul purpose, in your work, in all kinds of ways, because the more fully you're living in that place of complete vulnerability with yourself, the more aligned with your higher self you're able to live in the world, in that first card, that base chakra, in the real ways. So now just bringing awareness around that shift that we're making, the fears around these things really happening, this stuff really coming how real it is. Releasing that fear, we're just going to see what energy comes out. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. Spirit never fails to blow me away.
Oh my God, India, what do you got?
I know. At first it was that Two of Pentacles, right? I'm afraid to move, deer in headlights. After that shift, the Chariot.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So when you're shifting into that, listening to your guidance, following your heart, being fully transparent, being fully representative of yourself, allowing yourself to be all of that, surrendering to the complete healing of that, then you're moving forward in that beautiful, toward all of those dreams and wishes come true. There's just one more. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay. It is a complete transformation. So moving forward into that does require complete release. That's what it's about. Complete. You know, that card said complete healing. So
Yep.
that means is, you know, not a little bit, not, well, I'm going to cling to this part. I'm afraid to let go of this part. Complete release, complete healing. Then we're that Queen of Cups, fully loving ourselves, fully loving in that mature way, in that ready way, in that way that can be reflected back to us. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's amazing. So every time you find yourself kind of stuck in a physical world, that base chakra fear or block of like, oh no, this is really happening. It's a little too scary. Just feel into that. Say, what is this showing me? What am I resisting? How can I move more into my guidance? You know, what am I afraid of? What's being triggered here? And, you know, I'm going to be with my inner child in that and just move forward because that is carrying you forward. And then once you do, you experience all that momentum of the Chariot. And it's just,
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
The Chariot showed up for both of us and the Death card showed up for both of us.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's the key.
I got this deck as a little giftie from somebody, sent it to me. I've gotten some really cool decks. Thank you, India. That was totally amazing.
Thank you.
And I've gotten a couple really awesome decks. This is a Gabrielle Bernstein Oracle deck. The universe has your back. And the card that came up when you were talking, I was doing a little shuffling here. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am most lost. And I was like, wow, that was exactly what we have been talking about. This other tarot deck I want to thank, I get a lot of gifts and they're not signing them. So I don't know who sends them. So I want to make sure I'm saying thank you. This is the OK Tarot, the simple deck for everyone. And I like the thing on the back. It says, it's not perfect, but it's okay. It's so awesome. It is so awesome. I thank you for whoever sent that along. And I really appreciate both of these things. I said I was going to do a little card, India, for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Thank you for your really good reading. The Chariot, that's amazing. Like the things are moving forward. Things are moving along. Wow.
All about releasing that fear of the realness, you know, moving more into the guidance. It's not our job to figure out the how, not our job to figure out, you know, how, when, what do I do? Our whole job in every moment is to just make sure we're staying in alignment, make sure we're staying in, letting that energy lift us up, and make sure we're just moving in that energy. Then you're going to notice these divine, amazing, miraculous opportunities opening up that you could never figure out logistically. And it's a matter of recognizing, moving into those. And that is happening right now so heavily in January. Just doing so much. So watch for those opportunities, keep aligning energy, and you're going to be just great.
Good job, guys. Good job. So I'm going to attempt to get a couple cards for all the zodiac signs. And, you know, India, if I forget one of the zodiac signs, please yell out, okay? Because I'm not that good in order of, I know Aries is first, right?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to get a couple cards for Aries right now. And what do you need to focus on in terms of your twin journey? What is going on for you? What do you need to focus on in your twin journey? So a couple cards here. 2 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. Don't pull the carrots out every single day looking for growth. Keep to your guidance and just allow. I know that's tough because you're Mars, right? And right now Mars is big time, but you have planted a lot of seeds. Okay, my friend. So you have planted a lot of seeds, and that is what's coming. I like that sometimes I like this Two of Swords card. It's very meditative. And there's the moon. Okay, so the moon is really like following us right now. So what's next, India, after Aries? What comes next?
Taurus.
Taurus, thank you. Oh, no wonder I can't. Okay, so a couple for Taurus. What's going on here? A couple for Taurus for you. Oh, wow. 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups. That looks really to me like walking away from a very disappointing situation. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, all watery. Taurus, if you have been in this situation, there is really unconditional love here for yourself that you're going to need to nurture yourself here. This is, I like that you're walking away from it. You're not, because this guy is sort of focused on those 3 of Cups getting kicked over. And now you're really able to sort of soothe yourself and move on. You could have a water sign in your future too. Okay, I just want to say that. So Taurus, so Gemini.
Oh, next would be, yes, that's right.
Gemini is next. Mary Jo, don't say you're going to do things and then Gemini. Wow, check it out. Gemini, I like it. And the cool thing about this is the 2 cups in Temperance. Really, I know that's Sag energy and this is Leo energy, but Gemini really getting it together and just really flowing from your heart, flowing from your love, allowing things to come in for you. Yeah, you're going to have 2. I know, Gemini, seriously. Like you're going to have some choices to make. I think there's more than one person coming in. It's because you're flowing. Indy, we were talking about this before, about the tractor beam thing. People come across your path, you're going to be like, what? All of a sudden, there's more than one person here. Yep. When I was living in Maine, India, I had 2 beagles, and we were playing one day out on the lawn, and all of a sudden there were 3 beagles. Somebody's neighbor beagle just came running over, like they didn't think we'd notice that there was a 3rd beagle, but right. So all of a sudden there's going to be a 3rd beagle. Oh my God. So all of a sudden, Gemini, you're going to have another person showing up. You'll be like, what? So this is all for you.
Or a beagle.
Or a beagle, or a beagle, or a beagle. Cancer, right? Cancer is next. All right, Cancerians, let's see. I might switch my deck here pretty soon because I want to. Okay, Cancerians. Okay. Wow. All right, you're done with, look what I got here. Queen of Pentacles. There's somebody you're done with. Could be a fire sign.
You know what I just got there? No more drama. It's like you're done.
Yeah, no more drama around this. There's, for some of you, there is another person in your relationship. For some of you, it's really just about, like you said, no more drama about the situation. It needs to be grounded. No more Queen of Wands. Act more like Queen of Pentacles. That feels right to me.
Leo.
So Gemini, so Leo, thank you. So Leo here. What's going on, Leo? 7 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Oh, wow, Queens. All right, I'm going to reshuffle. 7 of Cups, 5 of Swords, Queen of Swords. If somebody is trying to, I don't want to say run a game on you, but if somebody is trying to confuse you, I wouldn't bet against you. Okay? You look like you're really clear about this. This other person is trying to make your life confused over something. They're trying to gaslight you or something. And I don't mean that in like a hugely dramatic way, but somebody is trying to get you out of your Queen of Swords. So get more into your Queen of Swords. Okay? Leo. So what's next? Virgo?
Virgo, yes.
All right, Virgo. Virgo darlings. Couple cards for you about what's going on here. Okay. Wow. Okay, Virgo. Tough going, tough sledding here. 3 of Swords, Page of Wands, new start after a heartache. And maybe you want to make an offer and you're a little bit worried if you're going toward the person that it will be not enough. That they will think it's if you want to offer passion, I feel like your heart is really sore right now. So this could be an existing situation. It could be a new one. but there's something here about like it's yeah, you're sweetly offering something, and that's legit. Okay, you know you're being legit. I think that's fearful. You might not have very much to offer right now. You're on the low end of the energy spectrum here. Let me switch decks here. Who's next? Libra, right?
That's me.
It's India. I'm Libra rising. We know this about each other. Okay. So. All right, what's going on for Libras here? Wow. Wow. Magician, Three of Pentacles. Boy, India, you got it going on. You got all your tools, able to work together.
Yay.
Lovers. Really making a conscious choice to work together. And not only just together, but you, your person, and God, you, the person, and Michael. Really understanding that it's, you know, it's always the three of you, right? And giving it up to God, like you're saying, having all of the capabilities. You have everything you need.
Yeah.
Wow, you've done the work, Missy Miss. You and those Libras.
It would be embarrassing if the thing showed that, you know, not. It'd be like, oh God.
Oh God, I know, right? Like back to woodshed with you. Back to doing the work. Back to doing the work. Well, we're always doing the work, so whatever. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, who's next?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Why do I never get that? Okay, Scorpio. Whoa. Okay. Got some Leo energy, strength here. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot for you. And I got a couple more. Really having yes. So 5 of Cups, having gone through this, the wheel, okay? Moving forward, you are so much stronger now. You are so much stronger now. And it's almost like you're not even looking really at the 2 of Cups, but that's okay. This wheel is lifting you, sort of lifting you to a new space. And I like this Leo energy here. It is the sun energy too. It is that tractor beam. It is that expansiveness. So really bringing that in for yourself. Plus 2 major arcana cards. You really got it. You really got it, my friend. Just know that whatever comes across your path, you'll be able to handle it. No sweat. Okay. You've got it. So that's important. Saggies.
Oh, I don't want to set you up to always have to do this, but I am loving this. Maybe I always have to do this.
Saggies. Wow. Okay. All right. I like this. Saggies becoming more grounded. Okay. 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, transformation into becoming the Queen of Pentacles. Didn't we just have the Queen of Wands coming to the Queen of Pentacles? Yeah. This is also for you. So the need to move away, it's also the need to move away from the like day-to-day kind of thing to sort of elevate yourself and become this Queen of Pentacles. Much more nurturing, much more grounded. Love your Scorpion brethren sending you this energy here. And really knowing that that's the new place you are. It's totally different. If you have somebody coming back to you, you are totally transformed. Okay. Someone's going to be like, wow, you seem like yourself, but you seem different at the same time. Okay. That's what I'm seeing here. I love that you're moving into Queen of Pentacles. Some of you have really done the Capricornian work of becoming stable, being your own stability, sort of moving away from any kind of codependence around that. So
it's like moving into like a peacefulness. Like it's almost like you've had like this really hard work that you've been doing, and now you can kind of go relax, breathe, and just have that peaceful, like,
amen to that. All right. Yes. Man, I love that Ace of Swords. It's like, yes, whatever we say stuff. Okay. So, all right, Capricorn energy. Wow. Okay, my friends, get ready. Tower. So, being in that 9 of Cups, getting what you want, digging deep, there's a surprise. Okay. There's something that's going to come along that is going to blow your mind. You feel like you got it all here. All right. You feel like you got it all going on. But this Tower energy, because anytime the Tower comes out, I must clarify. So let's see here. for Capricorn, this Tower energy. What is that about? Because you're really doing a good job with your feelings. Oh, wow. Okay. Healing, strength and healing. Not letting, and boy, you guys are really good at this, not letting this kind of stuff blow you away. Okay? Because here you really are in your feelings, knowing what you want. There's some hidden stuff here. And I feel like if this blows away, if this gets rid of the hiddenness and just exposes the feelings, I feel like that will be a good thing for you. So whatever is not visible, getting blown away, and it's only to your benefit. I don't see you upended by it at all. Okay. I see you might, because his back is to the moon, so he might not know about some stuff. Okay. And so this comes through, the energy comes through. And what comes of it is this strength, 4 of Swords, doing nothing, don't react, right? Respond. That's a much more grounded, healthier way of being. And that is being in your feelings. There is something hidden here. Okay. There's something hidden here that's going to come out.
I feel like that's also talking about how important this moon today is for Capricorn. Like it's so huge for Capricorn.
Amen to that. That's so right. It really is about knowing that you have done the work. You really have. And so when things come around, it's like, wow. Instead of like, oh my God, I got to hide under a bed. It's like, wow, that's interesting. Even when things are hidden, things are coming to light. And you just stay in your Capricornian way. Because, you know, Saturn is in Capricorn for 2.5 years still, or no, 2 years now. So you're happy with that, and it's happy with that. So you're really being dedicated and really seeing it for yourself. Okay, Aquarius. Wait, I got to start again. Talking about Capricorn that whole time. All right, so Aquarius, that King of Swords, that star, that visionary. What's going on here? Oh my God, seriously? You saw how much I shuffled, right?
Yep.
Let's see. 9 of Cups. This is about communicating your wishes and dreams and hopes, and being grounded in that, knowing that they will arrive, right? So this is really this is a good manifesting cycle that you're in. Especially good for this Capricorn new moon, when you're not needing to, there's no neediness about this at all. There's a beautiful sort of, yes, I'm putting out there and here it comes back, and it just makes me stronger. It's just cycles and cycles of making me stronger.
And there's the infinity sign above her head.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The lemon skate.
Yeah.
So really being in that energy of, you know, just be the chick who knows she's going to get everything she wants.
Yeah.
That's it, man. So Pisces.
Poor Pisces, they always have to wait till
I know Pisces has to wait till the end, but that's because you're the most important.
Yes.
I just watched the Sound of Music last night, you know, and all the kids and stuff. And Gretel's the littlest one. She's like, why am I always last? You're all the most important. Why does everyone have a British accent? Okay.
Good question.
That's Americans' version of they don't speak American English. Right. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Pisces. Oh, my loves. Venus, Empress just flipped for you. It was a flipper. You got a flipper. I love it. Wow. Look at you. Okay, so Empress comes out first. Really working with your guidance, working on making this choice. And like, just allow. There's so much, I think you've put in a lot of work, okay? And now it's about allowing, which is sometimes a lot harder, right? Like when you're doing work, you feel like, to Jen Huber's point, always checking a box. I'm always checking a box. I'm always like, and now the work is receiving, right? Now the work is to receive. And Pisces, since you're a little bit of everybody, right? You're a little bit of all of us. This Gemini energy here about knowing that you're balancing 2 sides of yourself. You're bringing something new to this relationship. The 3 of Pentacles, really knowing your craft and knowing yourself, being very strong in yourself with Empress. really creatively pursuing your life's goals and allowing things to show up because you're creatively pursuing that. So, wow, good deal, everybody.
Those are amazing.
Woohoo! All right, that was super fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for indulging me today. So, that was great. It's 5:30. We've been here for an hour. So thank you everybody for watching. India, thank you for amazing, amazing stuff as usual.
Thank you. Thank you. You were on fire today.
Woohoo! You as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in January. That'll be super fun later in January.
Yeah.
And all right, good night, everybody. Have a happy Saturday night and start doing your manifesting. If you want a little thing to manifest or you need a little physical thing, plant a tree. Okay, plant something in the earth. That's all Capricornian work. Okay. All right, guys. Bye.